The president of the country was participating in a parade when, in the blink of an eye, he suddenly vanished from his car. Everyone present was stunned. After reviewing the footage on TV, they discovered that it was none other than Baki who had taken the president. What was even more surprising was that Baki didn't have any ill intentions. Instead, he asked the president to take him to a specific prison. In fact, Baki wanted to rapidly enhance his power, and that prison held the most free person on Earth, Oliva. The president, initially intending to refuse, ultimately gave in after seeing Baki's overwhelming strength. Soon enough, Baki was arrested by the police. From his detainment to the final judgment, the entire process took just 1 day. After a long journey, Baki finally arrived at the prison. But before entering, he had to go through a series of checks, which resulted in a file being created and handed over to the warden. What Baki didn't expect was that the warden told him Oliva had heard of his arrival and was eager to meet him. Following the warden, Baki made his way to Oliva's cell. Along the way, there were security locks every 10 meters. All the prisoners here were serious criminals. Eventually, they arrived at Oliva's cell. But when the warden opened the door, he was left speechless. The cell was far grander than he could have imagined. Expensive paintings lined the walls, and there was an endless supply of fine wines. At that moment, Oliva already knew why Baki had come to the prison. But surprisingly, he wasn't angry. Instead, he mocked Baki, saying that the prison housed 7,642 criminals, and 7,641 of them wanted his life. Yet, he remained the number one in the prison. If anyone wanted to challenge him, it was laughable. But Baki, instead of getting angry, stood up and immediately challenged Oliva. In the next second, he landed a punch squarely on Oliva's face. However, to his surprise, the punch had no effect on Oliva whatsoever. Baki was ready for a counterattack, but to his shock, Oliva didn't strike back. Instead, he told Baki to first challenge the second strongest inmate in the prison, and if he succeeded, he could come back to challenge him. Baki, stunned by Oliva's words, turned and left.